Hi everyone, it's Miss Joanna. Welcome back to my kitchen. As I told you before, spring is my favorite time of year, and one of the reasons is strawberries. Last week I showed you how to make a delicious strawberry shortcake. Today I'm going to show you how to make strawberry jam. Before we get started, I want to give you a few little tips about strawberries. Now when you get strawberries, they're washed but not really well. What you want to do is keep them dirty, you could say, until you're ready to eat them, because strawberries are kind of like sponges. They just suck up the water. So what you want to do when you're ready to eat them, wash them off really well, cut off the green top, and then eat them. If you do decide that you want to wash a bunch of them and store them in the fridge, you can do that. I would wash them, keep the green on them, but then layer them with paper towels, because the paper towels will absorb all the water. We don't want our strawberries getting water in them, because then they get mushy. So let's get started. When you make strawberry jam, you might think, oh gosh, I've never made strawberry jam before, I just buy it at the supermarket. But there's a big difference when you make it yourself. This is a batch that I made up last night, and this will keep in this jar for up to 2 years in my cupboard. Once I open it, I like to put it in the fridge, and then it's good for about 3 months. So what you need to make strawberry jam, just a few little ingredients. Of course, you need your strawberries. You need pectin, which you can buy at the supermarket. And you need sugar and just a little half a teaspoon of butter. First thing we want to do, of course, is wash our strawberries really well, cut off the green tops, and then we put them in a bowl and we mash them. So I have this here. I've kind of already started mashing them. You want to mash them. You don't have to go crazy with it. Mash them up. After you have them mashed, we're going to take them and put them in our pan. I like to get it all in there. Okay. Once I get it in there, I am going to turn the heat on. Now I have my strawberries in here, and now I'm going to get my pectin. This is Sure-Jell. There's other brands. This is just the one that I buy. Inside this box, you'll find the recipe for this. I'm also going to post it with the video. But right in here, they have a nice little paper, has the recipe on it. Follow it. There's 2 different recipes on there. One's for jelly, one's for jam. The difference is jam has pieces of the berry in it. And that's the way we like it here. So we just open up our pectin, sprinkle it in on top of the strawberries, and then we're going to stir it up. Now I have my heat on here. I want this to come to a rolling boil, which means that it keeps bubbling as I stir it. So I'm going to leave this on. It takes about 10 minutes. Okay, so now our strawberries are starting to boil up. So I'm going to add my butter, and I'm going to continue to stir it. And if you can hear that little rumbling noise, those are our bottles and our caps. So when you get them, you have to wash them really well with soap and water. And then we want to sanitize them, and we do that by putting them in boiling water. Here are the lids, and here are our bottles. We want to sterilize them for about 10 minutes in boiling water. So this is at a rolling boil now. So if you can take a look here, you can see the bubbles as I'm stirring it. That means it's time to add our sugar. So we had 5 cups of mashed strawberries, and now I'm going to add 7 cups of sugar. This is just plain white sugar. And now I'm going to stir that up really well. And when you add this other ingredient in there, it's cold, room temperature, so it's not going to boil up right away, but we want this to go to another rolling boil. What that butter is going to do is keep our foam down. You see that there's foam in here? That's going to keep our foam down. So I'm going to keep stirring this until this goes to a roll. So it looks like this is at a rolling boil again. So what I'm going to do now is put my timer on for 1 minute. And I'm going to stir this for 1 minute. You can hear that little jiggling. Our bottles and our caps are all ready to go. You want to keep them hot because we don't want to put the hot jam in a cold bottle. So I'm going to leave it in the water for now. And when my timer goes off, I will stop stirring and then we'll be finished and we'll just dip it in. When my son was little, he loved this. And one time I told him that this was Mom's famous strawberry jam. So whenever I asked him what he wanted for lunch, when he was little, he always said, I want Mom's famous strawberry jam. And it was so cute until the day my nephew made fun of him for it. And that was the last time he said it. But those are the little rewards we get from being a mom. Okay, so this is really boiling up. I want to make sure that I'm stirring it. And there's foam. Even though I put the butter in there, there's still a little foam. So before I put it into the bottles, into the jars, I'm going to kind of skim that foam off a little bit. It's still, the foam actually tastes good. It tastes like strawberries. I wish you could be here to smell this. This smells so delicious. It smells like I'm in the middle of a strawberry patch. Okay, let's check my timer. And done. Okay, so let's shut this off. Oh, that smells delicious. I have my little spoon here. I'm going to kind of skim the top and get all that foam, as much of it as I can, off. But like I said, it doesn't matter if it's in there. It's kind of just for the looks, because it won't be that deep red like the jam is. Get off as much as I can without getting those pieces of strawberries with it. We don't want to take them out of there. Okay, so that's done. Now comes the tricky part. I have this little tool. You can use this, you can use tongs, whatever you're comfortable with. I like to use this, and this can get a little tricky. Build her out best we can without getting it on us. I have a clean towel. I'm going to use a towel. I'm going to hold this here, get my ladle, and I'm just going to start ladling it in. You can buy a funnel, put that on here, but I like to keep things simple. I'm going to fill these up to about 1/4 inch in the top. Be careful, this does get hot. We'll see how many we get out of here. Probably about 4 big ones, maybe 1 small one. Go. So now what I want to do is clean these. Ouch. Clean the rims. Real good. The secret to this is keeping it hot. We want to keep it as hot as we can. Now I'm going to use my tongs, and we can't use. It can be a little tricky. Get them out. The other half of my lids. Just going to take these now, screw them on. Now the neat thing about these lids, this part here, you probably won't be able to tell, but there's like a little indent. And it's actually kind of sticking out. if you can see here, I don't know if you can see, kind of like a little hump here. When it sets overnight, I know that it's set because then it's indented. If it's indented, that means it's good to go. If it didn't indent, that means I have to put it in the fridge and use it within 3 months. Okay, so here we have our strawberry jam. After we have all of our jars with the lids on them nice and tight, I'm going to put them back in the water. For about 10 minutes, and this will help set it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my jam, I'm going to put them over here, and I'm going to cover them. Tomorrow morning I'll take a peek and see how they look. So let's enjoy a little bit now. As I said, I made some last night, and this is what I made last night. You can see the little indent, which I know that it's set. I'm going to open it up. See how thick it is compared to what we just made? Take a knife. Wow, look at that. It's delicious. Mom's famous strawberry jam. Here it is. Okay, guys, this is it, strawberry jam. If you've never thought of making it, now you know how. It's not hard, it doesn't take long, and you'll have enough to last you for a year or two. Here you go, enjoy everyone. As I always say, manja manja. So, for my students, if you want extra credit for watching this video, go on Remind tomorrow and just send me a message telling me what your favorite ingredient was and what we made today.